Everyone is excited about Squid Game, a surprising blockbuster Korean series that has captivated audiences, depicting a brutal struggle for 456 billion Korean won, which is about $38 million. The 9-episode K-drama has debuted at number 1 on Netflix Top 10, with millions of viewers following its all-star Korean actors as they develop alliances and enemies through lethal versions of Red Light, Green Light, and other children's games. It also received acclaim for its dark, frightening, and engrossing story, which pits individuals against each other in a Hunger Games-style survival competition for a large cash prize. Along the way, you become invested in the characters, thanks to the incredible performances from the actors. Welcome to the channel! Today in this video, we will take you through the real-life stories behind your favorites in Squid Game. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. And make sure you stay tuned with us till the end. You don't want to miss out on this interesting video. Lee plays Seong Ji-hoon, a divorced man down on his luck who is a gambling addict, works as a chauffeur, and lives with his elderly mother. He enters the game with the hope of making enough money to support his mother and to keep his 10-year-old daughter from moving to America with her mom and stepdad. Both an actor and fashion model, Lee has had a huge career. Some of his most notable appearances include City of the Rising Sun, 2 Mayor, which was remade for American audiences and called The Lake House, Oh Brothers, The Housemaid, The Thieves, and The Face. Bonus fact, Lee also owns a bunch of businesses, including a chain of upscale Italian restaurants in Seoul, a real estate development company, and an entertainment label. Park plays Cho Sang-woo, Ji-hoon's childhood friend who is a neighborhood legend. He is a gifted student who studied at Seoul National University and is now an investment banker. He's wanted by the police for stealing money from his clients, which is why he enters the games. He started off his career in musical theater before transitioning to acting. Park had his big break in the drama series Prison Playbook. He then appeared in other Netflix content like Time to Hunt and Rocket Boys, before landing the role of Cho Sang-woo. Jung plays fan favorite Kang Se-byuk, a North Korean defector who works as a pickpocket, while her younger brother lives in an orphanage. She participates in the game so that she can be reunited with her surviving family members and start a life with her younger brother. If you couldn't already tell by that beautiful bone structure, Jung is a renowned fashion model. She started modeling at the age of 16 and has since appeared in Vogue Korea, Nylon Korea, British Vogue, Harper's Bazaar Korea, and Korea's Next Top Model, to name a few. Squid Game is Jung's first foray into acting, and she absolutely nailed her performance. Oh plays Oh Tu-nam, the oldest contestant in the game with a brain tumor who prefers to relive the excitement of his youth through the games rather than waiting to die in the outside world. There's not much on the internet about Oh, but I did find out that he's been in a couple of TV shows and movies like God of War, Chocolated Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter, and Spring. Regardless of how many roles Oh has had, he played his Squid Game character fantastically, especially if you've seen the ending. Hyo plays Jang Dok-soo, a nasty gangster who racks up a large debt to his boss, and a gambling debt to a Filipino organization, which forces him to join the games. He's the closest the show has to a player antagonist, and he has a history with Se-byuk. Not many actors can say they got their start by drunkenly signing up to a TV network talent show audition. But that's exactly how Hyo began his acting career. Since then, he's appeared in a slew of TV shows and films, including The Age of Shadows, The Fortress, Your Honor, and Beyond Evil. Tripathi plays Abdul Ali, a kind-hearted migrant worker who came to Korea from Pakistan to work, with his wife and baby son in tow. Scammed by his employers, he plans to support his family with the prize money and send some to his parents and brother back home. This is Tripathi's main cast debut, and he shines in it, stealing all our hearts through his character's kindness and the straw he gets served in Squid Game. Prior to this, he had training in singing and acting in his home country of India, before moving to South Korea in 2010 to attend Korea National University of Arts. It was in his 3rd year of university when he began acting in South Korean plays and commercials, leading to roles in Ode to My Father, Taxi Driver, Space Sweepers, and of course, Squid Game. Kim plays Han Mi-nyo, a mysterious and manipulative woman who will do or say anything to win the game, including seduction and begging. We really don't know much about her. We never really learn why she's playing, though she claims to be a new mother. She's annoying, she's a badass, and by the end of the series, you're very much on her side, if you know what I mean. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Kim has found success with minor roles in several successful dramas and films, including Sky Castle and Mr. Sunshine. Her first official role was in Plum Blossom, but most recently she starred in Recalled and Kingmaker, The Change of Destiny. She also played the female lead in 2012 film Sleepless Night as one half of a married couple going through daily life. She also worked with Squid Game director Hwang Dong-hyuk before on his film Silenced. Lee plays Ji Young, a young woman who has just been released from prison after killing her abusive father. Also, let's be honest, her role was short, but she stole the screen, especially in episode 6. Like some of her co-stars, Lee is a rising star who has appeared in several movies and K-dramas. Her first role was in The Yellow Sea, and her most recent prior to Squid Game was Hostage Missing Celebrity. Wee plays Hwan Jun-ho, a police officer who finds a game card while searching his missing brother's apartment. He then sneaks his way into the game as a guard to take down the operation and find his brother. Currently boasting 4.2 million followers on Instagram, Wee is a rising star and model in Korea. He made his acting debut in a short film in 2012 before landing his first lead role in Gonjiam, Haunted Asylum. Plus, he's also appeared in K-dramas like Something in the Rain, Romance is a Bonus Book, and 18 Again. Gong Yoo plays a salesman who recruits participants for the game by challenging them to a game of depicting. The ultra-famous Korean actor Gong Yoo is easily the most recognizable cast member of Squid Game, who you'll remember from the internationally acclaimed zombie movie Train to Busan. Besides that, he's also appeared in several hit K-dramas like Coffee Prince and Guardian the Great and Lonely God, as well as successful movies like Silenced and The Age of Shadows. Also, if Squid Game gets confirmed for Season 2, he definitely needs to reprise his role for, several reasons, of course. Lee plays the masked frontman of the game, who runs the day-to-day operations of the game. He watches from above in an ultra-luxe apartment and maintains contact with the higher-ups in the twisted operation. He is later unmasked and revealed to be Hwan Jun-ho's missing brother. Lee is an icon in both the Korean and American film industry and has received critical acclaim for a number of his works. Lee has 5 films: Joint Security Area, The Good, The Bad, The Weird, Masquerade, Inside Man, and Master, which are the highest-grossing films in South Korea. He also played roles in the G.I. Joe series Red and The Magnificent Seven. Lee played a guard of the game, who was unmasked and then killed in episode 3 during a conflict. Yes, he might have only been on the screen for less than a minute, but he made quite an impact. This is Lee's 3rd on-screen role. Prior to Squid Game, he had his acting debut in Class of Lies before moving on to Kairos. Based on his character's viral performance, Lee has got a bright career ahead of him. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Until next time!